Greetings, this is Warrior King, and the time has come for the lions and the lionesses to tell their own story. This is the lion's voice. Give thanks and praise for the wonderful blessing that's been poured on me. Give thanks and praise. Jah use I as an instrument to set the people free. Jah give all the powers to chant. Jah give all the powers to chant. Rastafari, the lion's voice.
When we're building a nation, you need stability, and there's nothing more stable than a two-parent home for children in terms of having that balance. And this is what we have to promote for this repatriation stage, because we're going home to build. We're not going home to sit down. We're not going home to vacation. We're going home to build. So within that fullness, we have to have stable families. We can't have the whole heap of mix-up. The other thing is going into African society where marriage is still important. You can't come with a hookup culture mindset and you breed off the people them daughter, and next thing we know, you know what I mean, you bring baby motherism from the continent, and a lot of times families on the continent are depending on their daughters to marry a solid brethren to help uplift the family. So when you come and breed off the people them daughter, and you know what I mean, it's like you mash up the family, the whole world, and how them look at that blessing with them daughter was to bring on. Now them have to support the daughter when they were looking for the daughter for bringing support, creating animosity, bad vibration against I and I as Rastafari brethren. So we have to make sure that we as brethren going home with the iris of building families, is building, is development. That is the vibration right now in a earth Armageddon. This is not party time.
What do you have to tell the people about Ras Tafari?
Light to the world. The king of kings and the conquering line of the tribe of Judah. Elected himself. Ruler. Hey yo! Yeah. Hail them high, hail the black king on the 23rd of July. So tell them guy who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From ancient time them a try. Them Romans know them just opening them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi, they stole my people. Then them come without them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill the lion will come conquer Judah tribe. Go through tribulation, and I strive, see sufferation, and I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come to tell them in a Toronto, straight to Italy.
So that loyalty that was demonstrated by refusing to side with our family against our kingman is again the hallmark of a Rastafari queen. Stay with the king, man. You know what I mean? And this now, as we evolve and as the young people are choosing their mate, this is how we want to advise them to structure their unions. You know what I mean? Structure someone who you are confident you can be loyal to, you know, at all times, and vice versa. As a king man, you choose a queen that I can be loyal to, because, and as detailed in the book, there were many times when Empress Menen had to come to, you know, the defense and the support of our king man, even to the extent of surrounding the palace with armed, you know, officers from Tafari's private army, to secure the freedom of her kingman when he was imprisoned by Empress ID2, and the detractors who sought to bring him down and to humble him. Empress had to step up, you know. So do you have an empress that you have that bond with, who's gonna go on the line for the eye and the mission? You know what I mean? These are the things we have to be looking at. One of the things that was talked about in the article in the Empress Menen Chronicles is how His Majesty restored the tradition of the the brethren and the sister, receiving a crown at marriage. So basically re-elevating the institution of marriage. They said that during that time, divorce was so common in Ethiopia. And if we look at the Rastafari family, we find that most of our unions are civil because we have not come up with a formalized ceremony that is agreed upon in terms of a union of Rastafari ones coming together. So most of these unions are civil, and when we check it, whole heap of divorce happening, heretical. So we have a lot of single parent families within Rastafari, and these things. And again, no paperwork, no either legal framework or spiritual framework that bonds these unions together. We exclude the ones who trod through the Orthodox Church, because you do have Rastas who are part of the Orthodox Church that get the Orthodox Union. That's a different story. But for I and I, within the different houses and mansions, for the most part, we can say civil unions around the place, and then, a lot of divorce. So we have to model our parents who elevated the institution of marriage to such a height. Why is this important, family? Because when we're building a nation, you need stability, and there's nothing more stable than a two-parent home for children in terms of having that balance. And this is what we have to promote for this repatriation stage, because we're going home to build. We're not going home to sit down. We're not going home to vacation. We're going home to build. So within that fullness, we have to have stable families. We can't have the whole heap of mix up. The other thing is going into African society where marriage is still important. You can't come with a hookup culture mindset and you breed off the people them data, and next thing we know, you know what I mean? You bring baby motherism on the continent, and a lot of times families on the continent are depending on their daughters to marry a solid brethren to help uplift the family. So when you come and breed off the people them daughter, and it's like you mash up the family, the whole world, and how them look at that blessing with them daughter was to bring on. Now them have to support the daughter when they were looking for the daughter for bringing support, creating animosity, bad vibration against I and I as Rastafari brethren. So we have to make sure that we as brethren going home with the iris of building families, is building, is development. That is the vibration right now. In a earth, Armageddon. This is not party time. You know what I mean? This is not chill, sit down and, another time there. You know what I mean? This is World War III is happening, proxy war, you know what I mean? Shipping lanes in jeopardy, you know what I mean? Our condolences to the family that lost their lives in Baltimore. If one see Baltimore bridge just collapse, them thing they are going right now, whole bridge collapse, people on the bridge drowning in them vehicle and all kind of thing. I drive home 1 o'clock in the morning, a barge just hit the bridge and the whole thing collapsed. So frequency, time and place, anything can happen in our earth right now. So we need to be on that divine frequency as a family. And we want our young brethren moving through creation with that iris of building self first, building that economic base, and then being able to engage with a system, build that family. But yes, Empress Menen, really was there, ending child marriage, promoting the institution of marriage, showing that loyalty, and and also working to decrease divorce within the community. These were all part of her works that I don't think we talk about enough.
Yeah. Well, I listen last the first of the Almighty. And this is the Dejazmatch Kwasi. Well, the Global Groundation, this one is for the black family. Well, since we're talking about the queens then, would I have to talk about Empress men then? Well then, man a big up all him girlfriend, not say nothing about Empress men then. Well then, go on chant until the world end. Would I have to talk about Empress men then? Well then, all the girls we defend, have to talk about Empress men then. Well then, married in 1911, with a love that come from heaven. Well then, you can tell all of your brethren, she raised I little I children. Then, and she never deviate, never complain when the king a work late. Always got food up on the youth template. Oh, what a joy to see a smile on her face. So full of grace that she the Vatican hate. Well then, all the people rejoice and spending on the children's choice. Well then, since you're talking about the queens then, would I have to talk about Empress men then? Well then, a man a big up all him girlfriend, not say nothing about Empress men then. Well then, if we chant until the world end, would I have to talk about Empress men then? Well then, all the girls we defend, have to talk about Empress men then. Well then, well, the Jaya so daddy come with a dirty plan to come destroy the family. One come separate the king from the queen. With the Ottomans him come set up a dirty scheme. King Rastafari ride and come in and destroy those boys. We try intervene. Empress men then so pure and clean. And this last I me know say him a the supreme. Tell Babylon say ya dream them a dream. We come to burn down them romance scheme. Well then, since you talking about the queens then, half it about Empress men then. Well then, coulda chant until the world end. Half it about Empress men then. Well then, a man a big up all him girlfriend, not say nothing about Empress men then. Well then, all the girls we defend, half it about Empress men then. Well then, Queen Mother for the earth, remember she gave Haile Selassie youth birth. World War II she was so hard at work, heal all the soldiers when they get hurt. So full of grace she dressed up in a long skirt. Use her money to build school and church, just a smile on her face that make me know what life's worth. Well then, all the people rejoice, Empress men in the children's choice. See that?